And we're going to start off by saying, make sure to select the CC button if you need to use closed captioning. This is closed captioned recording as well, so you'll be able to see that on YouTube when it goes live. Today, we are going to be jumping into the idea of apps inside Slack. Slack has a lot of functionality that's built in and ingrained within the tool itself. But today we're going to look at some other tools that integrate with Slack and some ways that you might be able to use them to make your work life easier. So this digital life does require often several systems. So I'm going to share my screen here with demo tests. And I'm going to start off by suggesting when you go to your upper right-hand menu here, like this is demo student, there's no apps currently visible, but if I come down here to more option for this user, I have this option called apps. And if you click on apps there, you'll see a huge collection of apps that are available already within our system that Slack integrates with, such as Google Calendar, Google Drive. We already have some Hangouts or Google Meet integrations. So when you type in /meet, it will start a Google Meet. Or if you click on any person that you have, like, so if you're doing a one-on-one with Tara here, so I'm going to do that. If I click this call Tara option, it gives me the option to use Zoom or Google Hangouts. Those are integrated apps that are already integrated with Slack, but there are several more that offer some really great features to help pare down, and I'm going to cover some of those today. The first one I'm going to show you is Google Calendar. Google Calendar has a direct integration. I'm going to switch over here to my personal account. Has a direct integration where you can actually brings in your daily calendar and sends you calendar alerts based on your notification settings right inside of Slack. And I like this feature a lot because this is where I do a lot of my work. I'm collaborating with teams here. And so getting those notifications, hey, you have a meeting coming up, can be really, really helpful. So it pops in here and it notifies you. But you have options within here to, let's see here. Oh yeah, the homepage kind of shows you, gives you a summary of your day today. You can choose tomorrow, you can select the date, you can create event, but it also allows you to, while working within a channel, integrate some other features. So like for this one here for Kyle, if I wanted to create a new meeting, I can browse all my shortcuts. And if I scroll down here to Google Calendar, you'll see that there's some options like create an event. I can, and you can do this with text inside your browser. So if I did use the term GCal, I can set up a /GCal like that. I can now enter that, and it allows me to do it takes me to it shows me my calendar, that allows me to manage them. But I thought there was a way to create one too. Maybe it's just to see your schedule. But that's a huge way to integrate your current events, and you'd be able to see that right within there. I obviously don't know if you can create an event right from there, but it does integrate it, which is helpful. And those alerts are helpful. Another one that I use all the time is the Google Drive. Now, one of the benefits of Slack is it can take down the amount of emails that you're getting in your system. And one of the ways that I personally do this is by installing the Google Drive app. And what it does is it gives me a notification every time there's a comment on a document that I'm a part of. Now, because I create most of our documents for course creation, I'm getting comments on all kinds of documents. I don't want those flooding my email inbox. So what I've done is I've installed the Google Drive app. And what it does is it notifies me in here. So once I'm getting my notifications in Slack here, I let those build up, and I use my all unreads to just quickly scan and see, are any of these comments to me directly? And if not, I just mark them all as read. And what I do inside of my Gmail is I go in and you can create a filter for anything from that calendar address, the notification calendar address. I just filter it away. So it just hides it. It sends it away, but I'm getting all my notifications still. And if there's any that I need to act on, then it pops up for me there. So that's a very helpful app. I'm going to set up for, real quickly here, I'm going to set up for a demo student and show you how to integrate those apps. So I'm going to choose Google Calendar, and it says connect your Google Calendar. I'm going to connect an account right here. And it's just a simple matter of signing in and giving Slack permission to communicate back and forth from each other. So it shows me what's going to happen, what it will be able to do. And I'm going to go ahead and choose allow. And what that will do is it will cause me to sign in and allow it. And I just keep walking through the prompts to allow it. And then it will redirect me and it'll say open in Slack. I'm just going to, I'll go ahead and do open in Slack, although it jumped to my personal calendar. Now I have this Google Calendar option in here and my message. Now that you're all set, turn on automatic status updates. Your status in Slack will automatically update based on your calendar when you're in a meeting. So you may have seen some of your coworkers have little calendar icons next to their name when they're a part of a meeting. That's being done by the Google Calendar app. So turn that on and now you're all set. And if I schedule a meeting, you'll see a little pop-up next to my demo student name that would say, hey, I'm in a meeting. And you can even hover on that icon and it says in a meeting. It's kind of cool. So it helps your teammates know when a good time to contact you is, especially because of a lot of, contacting is on the spot. This helps you determine, okay, I want to schedule a message for later, or I'm going to send it and let them deal with it. A lot of times, you can mute and pause those notifications based on yesterday's training. And so that's helpful. So adding apps is as simple as connecting them and doing them. Another app that we've been using in the LAPU game community channel is Board. Board's a great app because what it does, it lets you set up once you've added this app, you can add it to specific channels. So I've got this demo test channel. I'm going to invite Board to. So let me see here if I can. I'm going to go browse all shortcuts. I got Board, and I'm going to say, I'm going to use this. So you can see there's a keyboard shortcut here. So if I type /board, I can hit enter a couple times, and it will let me start a trivia game in a channel. There's several different games here that you can play, some on the web, some actually to the channel itself. You've noticed if you've been a part of the game channel, there's icebreakers that come up. I think 2 or 3 times a week they're scheduled for. Those are great conversation starters. Some of them are good, so they've kind of decreased in quality over time, but there's still some good, fun little things to like rack your brain over as a team. So those are great. You can get these fun little break ideas. So if you want to, it's a one-player thing, you need to get a little, take a moment and catch a breath. That's a great little thing. And then there's some more group games like Roast Masters is a fun one. Who's the Faker is a fun one. And Trivia, which you've probably seen, we have scheduled once or twice a week. And it's just a great time to get together and quickly have a fun little, rest your brain for a moment. You can also schedule games. So these are fun. Maybe you have a team and you want to get the whole team engaged and show off, or just get together and have some fun together and take a break. So this app is a really great one. I encourage you to check it out, try it out in the LAPU game channel. But that little keyboard shortcut of /board, or actually choosing the browse all shortcuts, going to the app, and this will work for all your apps, whatever app you install, you can then go to that app and then choose the options that it provides to initiate or trigger those things. So that's helpful. The third one I want to show you today, which I think is also can be really powerful, but I'm going to put a caveat on this. You have to be super careful with this. We're opening this up to the university, but it's the email app. Let's say you have emails that you don't want to go into your inbox, but you want them to go to a channel. You can use this email app, which I'm going to add right now, to demo students channel to forward email addresses to a specified channel that I set up. So you go to configuration and you can use this. I'm going to add it to Slack, and then it says post to a channel. And I get to choose a channel I send it to. I'm going to ask you very kindly, and if we have to shut it down, we will. Don't post to a public channel. Look for that little private thing there, and even create your own private channel. Or if you have a team channel that you have constant reminders going to, I think specifically of student success, we send out a weekly e-learning, sends out an weekly email to student success. You could actually forward that email directly to a channel. So I'm going to use this junk email channel so I can forward all my junk email to here so I don't have to see it in my email inbox. I'm going to add the email integration. And what it does is it gives you a unique email address that you can use in your workspace to forward email to there. So I'm going to copy this email address for my own preference, for my own testing right now. I'm going to provide a label to just provide extra context. This is my junk email. I'm going to leave it the email name. This is a name that shows up when it comes. I'll just, we'll change this to junk email and I'll show you how it works. And you can add a custom icon or image when that email is being sent to you. So I'm going to save this integration real quick. And then I'm going to just show you real quickly by example. I'm going to send to that email address from this demo student account. This is a junk email. Please delete it. And trash. Okay, so if I was to set up a forwarding in my Gmail, if I set up a forwarding for a set number of emails, I could use this email address to trigger to forward those to this email and archive them so they're not showing up in my, or delete them even, so they're not showing up in my situation here. So if I come back over to Slack and I think I got that configuration set up, go to my junk email. That should be coming. Oh yeah, this is a junk email. Please delete it. You can see that I just received that email that I sent to myself here inside Slack. So think about, like, I get a ton of training emails or webinar emails. You can set up a channel for yourself that sends all of those training or webinar emails straight to a channel in Slack, so you don't have to get them inside of Gmail itself. You can pare down the number of emails you're getting. Now, if I wanted to create another integration, I can do that again. I can come over here. I can click email. I can click configuration. It's going to come up here. I'm going to say add to Slack, and I'm actually going to create a new one. So now I could choose a different channel. So I could do the I'll just do my demo test account. So I'm going to add another email integration there, and it gives me another unique address. So say you want to bring in certain things you get, like say you get I get a weekly tips on how to use Google Sheets. I could send that all to a Slack channel and never have to see it in my Gmail account. So you can keep Gmail very, very consolidated to just those emails that you need. So that's a helpful app. I wanted to highlight that one. Slack apps really give you quick and easy access to a lot of things that you'd use outside of it. Some other ones to mention: you can add a poll inside of a Slack channel by adding Simple Poll or using Simple Poll. I'm going to accept the agreement to use it. And then it kind of gives you some templates to work with. So I'm going to say, I'm going to just say, I'm going to create this poll just for fun. We're going to put it in the random channel because this is a random, and we'll just surprise everybody with this poll. I'm going to preview it so they get to choose what background noises will others most likely hear on video calls that you're participating in. I'm going to create that poll. And now if you go to the random channel, which I am not a part of, so I'm going to browse all channels and quickly jump into the random, sorted alphabetically. I'm almost there. There we go. You can see that my poll is now here. I'm going to join the channel, and there's the poll. You can see that it's got 4 options, and you can vote. What's the one people are going to most hear? I see some of you are already responding to that poll. So Simple Poll and Polly is another one. You can create your own polls and put them in your channels. Poll your teammates. Poll your coworkers. Create some engaging, interactive things. So we're out of time here. I went a little bit over, I'm sorry, but there are so many different things. I'll show you real quick here. Our IM team uses Trello to manage all their projects, and Trello has an integration that lets you bring it right into, it shows you every time you complete one of your items or when something's moved or changed in Trello. So there's all kinds of different engaging things that you can do to integrate with Slack and prevent the necessity of extra email, and to make your Slack workplace a little more digital and a little more engaging. So any questions before we close up? Awesome. I encourage you to explore. If you find an app that you use that hasn't been approved for LAPU, just send a simple little message in there. It'll prompt you to send a message saying, why do you want this app kind of, and it'll go to Steve, who will then approve or disapprove of the app for various reasons. So I also just threw Steve under the bus there. So if you want to email him direct, or sorry, don't email him, Slack him directly. Yeah, you'll be able to also, explain your reasoning for needing or wanting a particular app. But he and Daniel both manage those. So thank you guys for your time, and I will post a poll inside of our Slack training channel, the 10 days of training, in just a few moments, and respond to that poll and you'll be eligible to win a $10 gift card. Thank you. Have a good day. I just wanted to add, I figured out that you can, thank you, Ryan Rufner, you can actually add events with the new Google Calendar thing. And let me show you how to do that real briefly. And demo students account. I'm going to go to share my screen. Okay, so I did find out you can create an event in Google Calendar simply by jumping to the Google Calendar page and going to the home section. Here, you can create an event and you can set all the dates and times. You can choose if you're going to add a video conferencing or not. This apparently only lets you choose Zoom. I'm not sure why. Hangouts should be an option, but you can choose that. And then you can share this meeting with the app, or with the channel even. So that's kind of handy. And then you create that meeting. So let me see if I change this to, I didn't like Zoom. So we'll just say none for now. But we're going to share this with the junk email. Click create. In the junk email channel, I now have this new message, and all the guests, people can determine whether they're going or not. It's kind of cool. So that's a good way to schedule meetings with a team or a channel. You can view it on Google Calendar and add your meeting information there too. So if you want to add Google Meet video conferencing, there you go. Save that, and that's done, and that's scheduled with a Google Meet conferencing thing. And I'm going to jump back over here. And if I refresh this, I wonder if that's going to have a meeting link in there now. Yep, look at that. Now it says join Hangouts meeting. So that's kind of handy, useful for adding meetings. So this is my Google Drive. I just sent myself a comment. You can see it shows who the comment's from, what document it's a part of, and it introduces this little the comment from the user. This is really cool because you can reply to this thread to reply to the comment. So if I click right here and I reply in thread and I say, I don't want to look at that, and send that out, this reply now goes right to that comment. So like if I was to open this now, you'll see I have this old document of things that we were doing, and there's my comment. I was able to respond right from Slack.